Thorpe Park is one of the biggest theme parks in the UK, and it is home to many different rides and attractions. From the world's first 10 looping roller coaster to the world's fastest accelerating roller coaster, although a lot of Americans disagree with that, but it's true, to loads of flat rides and pretty much one dark ride in the park, which is one of the dark rides of all time, and so many more things on top of that. Now, if you are a long-term viewer of this channel, you'll know a few months ago I made a top 20 rides at Thorpe Park. So, you know, why am I doing a ranking everything at Thorpe Park video when I've already done a top 20? Because there's not many more rides than 20 at Thorpe Park. Instead of ranking the rides and attractions only, I'm going to do everything. Like I just said, and like it says in the title. I mean the places to eat, some of the shops, scare mazes they have, and even some just weird things on there too. This is going to be a strange ranking, but I'm so ready for this. Oh, and if you are new around here and you do enjoy this video, then please be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're nearing closer to 90,000 subscribers now, which is crazy. So if you do want to help towards that goal, it'd be massively appreciated. So then, the Thorpe Park Resort, or actually no, it's not a resort anymore, is it? So Alton Towers took the spa portion out, and now Thorpe Park have taken the resort. What's going to happen next? But either way, as I said at the start, I'm going to be ranking everything at Thorpe Park. And how am I going to do this? Via a tier list. So let's take a look, shall we? We have top tier, or goated, as I put in brackets, very much defined underneath. Very good, I must say. Decent, meh, it exists, and delete it from the park. And sort of looking through this list below, I don't think there's going to be anything I'm going to delete from the park. There is something I will be deleting from the park, but we won't get ahead of ourselves. Let's start with the first one on this list. Double Tea Party. The theme and the ride itself is just a bit meh, but the fact that soundtrack is so catchy and so epic, it is going indecent. I have to put it there. And like I did say, I am going to be ranking everything. So there's a few food outlets on here, including the KFC in Amity. Now, this KFC has some gorgeous theming inside, although I did see a video very recently of it leaking. It didn't look very good. But the shark outside and the sort of facade and inside, I'm actually going to put this at decent as well. I'm going to put it above Double Tea Party. KFC is better than Double. What the hell is this list already? Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride. What an attraction that is. You do get some pretty good airtime on this ride, so I'm going to put it in, I can't put everything in decent, can I? It's going in top tier. Sunset Cinema in Big Easy Boulevard. Now, of course, this is the cinema that used to play Angry Birds 4D, and I never thought I'd say this, but please bring it back, because now it's got Ready Player One in it, and it's just a short version of the real film, and the 4D effects are so random and off-putting. I'm going to put it in meh, it exists, because I feel like the outside is good enough for it to be meh. Zodiac in Lost City, one of our first flat rides on this list that isn't Double Tea Party or Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride. The old Enterprise model, it's pretty run down, and it doesn't even reach the vertical height that most Enterprises do, so that's already not off to a good start. But it is really fun, so I'm actually going to put it at the top of decent, above KFC, Double, and Mr. Monkey's. The Crows at Morecambe Meadows. Now, I was just going to put Fright Night Scare Mazes in, but I thought the Crows is practically a scare maze now. And I'm not going to lie to you, this scare zone or maze is extremely well done. So for that reason, I'm going to put it at the top of very good, I must say. Even though I said the top, but it's on its own. Flying Fish. They forgot the G at the end. Our first roller coaster on this list, or maybe it's not a roller coaster because it's powered. Some people don't count powered coasters as roller coasters, which makes no sense to me. But it's good fun for all the family, and if you get 6 or 7 laps on it, then you are the GOAT. But because you don't always get that amount of laps, I'm going to put it in decent again. Oh, is it better than KFC? Oh, this is big decisions. I'm going to put it below, because the theming and the facade of Flying Fish isn't very there, whereas KFC very much is. Quantum, a lovely ride this is. It is a basic magic carpet, but I really do like the sort of exterior to the ride and the theme of it, and also the cycle itself is pretty long if you get lucky. So for that reason, I'm actually going to put it at the bottom of very good, I must say. High Striker. Oh, what an attraction. If you don't know what this is, it used to be Lumber Jump in Old Town. Oh god, the memories. But it doesn't really do a lot. So I'm going to put it in meh, it exists. but above Ready Player One. Burger King, this one in Amity. And this Burger King used to be so well themed on the inside. Look at it. Look at these images. Doesn't it look amazing? But now it just looks like those boring old modern restaurants that you always get. So for that reason, I'm going to say delete it from the park. On to Ghost Train. The reimagined Darren Brown's Ghost Train upgrade, and this indoor walk-through train attraction has some decent theming. The actors do an amazing job with the script they've been given, but that is the problem. The script and storyline is so messed up. Not in a good way either. So I'm going to put it at the top of Meh It Exists. Detonator. Now, this could be controversial, but I'm going to run with it anyway. This is one of the top 2 flat rides at this park, and the way it just takes you up and you get that lovely view, and then the drop down, you get loads of airtime, and it's actually quite an intense drop. I'm going to put it in top tier. Samurai. Now, this may be controversial, but this is in the top 2 flat rides at the park. I mean, both that and Detonator are both amazing, so I'm going to have to put it in top tier as well. The Swarm Toilets. You didn't think that would be on this list, did you? Well, that image is actually a replica of it, because for some reason I found a 3D animation that you could sort of look around of the Swarm Toilets. As you do. But the theming outside, the way people used to go in and forget that there was a pedal underneath the taps. I'm going to put this in very good, I must say, and I'm going to put it above Quantum. Candy Pip's Sweet Easy Shop in Big Easy Boulevard. It's a really nice shop, but I can't lie, I've only stepped foot in there once. It's going to go in very good, I must say, as well, although the price... Oh, hang on a minute. There you go. The Swarm, or The War, as it says on here. The crashed vehicles, the sort of broken churches, the station, all the billboards and stuff like that. I love the Swarm. The layout as well has some great moments, especially that first drop, the 0G roll. The incline loop's pretty good, the corkscrew. So basically the whole ride. And as much as it is a little on the short side, I'm going to put it at the top of top tier. Depth charge. It's very out of its depth at the front of the park. No pun intended. But I do enjoy a good race with friends down the depth charge. So for that reason, I'm going to put it at the middle top, near the top, bottom, middle. I'm going to put it above Zodiac. Takataria. Now, this is the one near Colossus, or Stitches, as it will be very soon. And it's never open. So I'm just going to put it in delete from the park. Storm Surge. But I prefer riding Storm Surge to a lot of the rides in Decent. So for that reason, I'm going to put it at the top of Decent. I feel awful doing that. Inferno's Pizza and Pasta. Now, I ate here once in like 2020, so I barely remember what it was like. Whack it in Meh. It exists. Big Easy Bumpers. I actually really do like Big Easy Bumpers, and from the outside it looks great too. So that is going to go top of Decent as well, I think. Why am I lagging so much? There we go. Oh, that's so nice. Rumba Rapids. It's definitely gotten less wet over the years. Riding it recently, it feels like a lazy river. I'm going to put it just above Storm Surge. It could definitely be in very good, but right now it's not running very good. Or right now it's not running at all. Dead Beat. Now, I did just look at that for a minute and wonder what the hell even is that, but then I remembered it's the new Scare Maze for this year. So, one, I haven't done it, so why is it on here? And two, it's based on some sort of zombie nightclub thing. So, not too sure what to think. I reckon it's going to be top of Decent. Walking Dead the Ride, the replacement theme of X, No Way Out, and X. And you know, this ride gets a lot of stick. I actually quite like it. The theming in that queue and on ride, and the sort of watchtower outside as well. I'm going to put it... yeah. The Burger King next to Hyperia. What do I think of that? Well, it's just, again, another modern Burger King. So for that reason, I'm just going to put it in Meh It Exists, because it just does. Donut Factory, or as it says on here, Factory Donut. Now, it isn't quite donut time. I've forgotten to put that on here, so maybe I should count donut time in Donut Factory. So the donuts at Thorpe Park in general, the Merlin donuts that they have in Donut Factory are alright, but Donut Time donuts are elite. So for that reason, I'm going to put it at the bottom of very good, because you can't go wrong with a donut, let's be honest. Survival Games, another maze at their event Fright Nights. And a lot of you might kill me for this, but I'm not a big fan of this maze at all. So for that reason, I'm going to put it sort of bottom of decent. I think that's about right. The slide in the playground. Now that is a rare cred. I've only been on that slide a couple times in my life, and it's a pretty good slide. It has an airtime hill halfway through it. So what can go wrong? I'm going to put it above Mr. Monkey's banana ride. The Hyperium, probably the best looking shop in the park. It's going to go above the Swarm toilet. Trailers, another scare maze, and I really do like the concept of this one. I'm actually going to put it at very good as well. I do like trailers. I just really hope this year they've actually done some updates to it. Feels like it's been the same for ages now. Amity Beach, not been on there too often. So it exists. Rush, another flat ride in the Lost City area. A very, very short cycle, this one, which is why it rates a lot lower. But the height you get when you swing and the sort of airtime you can get as well, I'm going to put it in very good. I'm going to put it like maybe, it has to be above Walking Dead, surely. Yeah, that'll do. Saw the ride now. This is very controversial. Or could be, because I know a lot of people think it is mind-numbingly rough, and it's very true. On some rides, it can definitely be that. But most of the times I've ridden it recently, it's actually been quite smooth, other than that first drop where you can literally see people going. I'm going to put it below the Swarm this time, but, you know, it's still up there in top tier. Stitches, the last of the mazes on this list. And the theming on this one was incredible. The only problem I had with it, though, was the fact that it took about 3 or 4 runs on it to actually get a good run. So it was quite inconsistent. But that good run was really good. Very good, I must say. Nemesis Inferno, or MSI. Enfern. It still has a very intense layout with some good theming towards the start and just some intense inversions. Also, my favourite part of it is that trek through the volcano. That is amazing. It's going to go in top tier, but below Saw the Ride, purely because I think Saw the Ride is a bit more unique and the theme is way better in my opinion. Coke Freestyle Machines, although I think that's the Wicker Man one at Alton Towers. I've done a good job making this tier list. They're decent. Yeah. Black Mirror Taco Terrier. This is the one near Amity, although I believe that's not even... That's the one at Chessington. What have I done? Decent, I guess, but below KFC, because KFC has better theming. The Ben & Jerry's Scoop Shop. That is an image from Google Maps, so if you want to see this fella, he looks pretty cool and epic. Go on Google Maps and go to Ben & Jerry's Scoop Shop. I'm not too sure how it's still on there. What do I think of the place? You know, me and that place have some backstory. For that reason, it goes in meh. It exists. Vortex, the final flat ride on this list. This is pretty much, you know, a claw ride, and it is very intense if you sit in the right place, and you can get some good airtime. Definitely better than Quantum, and is it better than the Crows? Now, we'll put it there. That seems about right. The Dome. Oh, where will this one rank? The main facilities when you start your visit. The gateway to what does that even say? The gateway to exploration or something like that. I don't know. But it's pretty decent. So we're going to put it, let's say, it's a main hub, isn't it? So it's probably better than KFC. No, it's not. Is it? No. It's better than survival games. Yeah, there we go. The Mega Store in the middle of the park. Quite good merch in there. It's also the exit for Walking Dead. I'm going to put that in decent too, purely because it's literally a mega shop, so you can't go wrong, really. We have Stealth now, which is the world's fastest accelerating coaster now, and it also holds the record for the 3rd tallest roller coaster in the UK. And isn't it just an amazing ride? There's no question about it. It has to go in top tier. I prefer it to the Swarm, Saw, Nemesis Inferno. The Island Shop in the Dome. Surely this should have gone with the Dome, right? Don't know what I'm doing at this point. It's got to go with the Dome, surely. But is it better than the Dome? No, the Island Shop wouldn't exist if the Dome didn't exist. These are the sorts of debates we're having on this channel now. The Saw the Ride store or shop. It's very, you know, generic. I like some of the theming on the inside, and I guess it gets a container out of 10 from me. I don't think it's any better than sort of, you know, the Burger King or the pizza and pasta, so it's going to go down here. Colossus, the world's first 10 looping roller coaster. As much as the trains aren't the comfiest because I can barely fit through because I'm so tall, and the layout itself has a few jolts here and there, I do really like this ride. So for that reason, I'm actually going to drop this at the top of very good, I must say, because I don't think it's goated. Sorry, Colossus lovers. Tidal Wave, probably the wettest ride in Thorpe Park and one of the wettest in the UK, because I almost forgot Valhalla existed. But that's all a bit of fun, isn't it? Why not ride it when it's blazing hot outside? I'm going to put it in very good, I must say. Probably, yeah, that's about right. I do love Tidal Wave. And that leaves one more ride. As they always say, leave the best till last. Hyperia, the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster. Not only is it the fastest in speed, but it is also the fastest in duration, because it goes like that. But that doesn't take away from anything, because as much as the theming isn't there, the coaster itself is probably in the top 25, top 30 in Europe. So that alone means it's goated. The crowds it's drawn in and the queues that it always has, even if it's a dead day, it has to be at the top. Doesn't it just? Right there. Hyperia, the UK's best roller coaster, by a little bit, and by a mile, Thorpe Park's best ride or best thing out of everything here. I am happy with that list. Are you happy with my list? Let me know if you think that any of these rides deserve to be in other tiers instead. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments and make sure to subscribe. Bye bye.